reason why narcissists choose their family over you. Who says narcissists aren't loyal? They certainly are, just not to you. They are deeply devoted to the family that raised them. This doesn't apply to all narcissists, as some do despise their families, but today we're focusing on those who always put their family above you and your children. Why do they seem unaffected even when they claim to want nothing to do with their family home? Let's dive into this topic and find out. First off, the narcissist's family members are the ultimate enablers of their ego. They bolster the narcissist's sense of superiority without question. It's not out of love, but rather a desire to remain in their good graces. This symbiotic relationship means narcissists turn to their family whenever they face problems or conflicts. And what happens when they do? The family members unconditionally validate the narcissist's victimhood. They never challenge them to self-reflect or change. Instead, they sympathize and paint the partner as the villain, reinforcing the narcissist's delusion of being the ultimate martyr. Following this, the family says, "You made a mistake, but we are here for you." They rush to the narcissist's defense, rationalizing their abusive behavior and shifting the blame onto you. They argue that the narcissist's actions are a result of your shortcomings, pressuring you to change to better accommodate the narcissist. They might say things like, "They're under a lot of stress at work. You need to be more understanding," or "You're making things harder for them." They deflect all responsibility from the narcissist, insisting that you are the root of the family's troubles. The family will insist, "Our child is struggling because of you, and you're breaking up our family." This relentless defense of the narcissist positions you as the antagonist, regardless of how blatant the narcissist's mistakes are. They fight for the narcissist by shifting all blame onto you, protecting the narcissist's fragile ego at all costs. Why does this happen? Because they function as extensions of each other. They don't have separate personalities or a sense of self. It's all a unified front. Narcissistic abuse is a team sport, and they stick with their egotistical family members. A narcissist can be a parent, partner, or child. When discussing narcissistic abuse, people often focus on the individual narcissist. But it's crucial to understand that they're not acting alone. Their flying monkeys, the enablers, are always present, ready to do anything to support the narcissist. This group will lie, deceive, and even destroy to protect the narcissist, making it feel like a cult. Their mission is clear: protect the master, who is merely an extension of their collective ego. That's why I liken it to a team sport. Every member of a narcissistic family shares a common mindset. Whether it's the primary narcissist, the matriarch, the patriarch, or their extensions, they all think alike. These extensions are carbon copies of each other, devoid of individual thoughts. Naturally, narcissists act this way. It's absurd and childish, but that's their reality. No matter how grave the mistake, they will always stand by those who uphold the family's facade and protect each other. You might wonder if they're aware of their actions. Are they really that naive? They're not. They know the narcissistic family member has done something wrong, but they refuse to let that person feel guilty. Admitting guilt would bring shame to the entire hive, and they can't afford that. The shame is collective, and they will do anything to avoid it. Third, they are deeply entangled with each other. What does that mean? It means they aren't their true selves. Imagine a beehive to understand it better. They seem to function as one unit, merely reflections of the main narcissist's false self, often instilled by the patriarch. There's usually one person who doesn't conform. Can you guess who? The scapegoat, the one blamed or seen as the outcast. Everyone else who enables the narcissist eventually loses their individuality becoming extensions of the narcissist's false self. In this enmeshed state, personal identity vanishes. They don't think or feel for themselves. Their perspectives are dictated by the family. Though enmeshment isn't the perfect term, it's what we use for lack of a better one. These people are constantly vying for dominance and approval from the narcissistic matriarch or patriarch. They deceive, hurt, and control each other while maintaining a facade of unity. It's a toxic dynamic. I've seen it firsthand. Both sides of my family, my dad's and my mom's, have engaged in these behaviors. My dad had brutal fights with his brothers, and my mom lied behind her siblings' backs, yet they all maintained this dysfunctional bond. They cling to this group out of fear of being excluded. The narcissist stays close to their family to avoid complete ostracism. In this black and white world, you're either absorbed into the collective or completely cast out. You, however, are always kept at arm's length. No matter what you do or give, they will always see you as an outsider. To a narcissistic family, being with you means betrayal because you've taken one of their own away. They punish you by never fully accepting you, always shutting the door on you. They prioritize their group over everything, even if it means neglecting their own immediate family and children. Your needs and well-being are secondary, sacrificed for the preservation of their toxic unity. As I've mentioned, abuse isn't exclusive to narcissists alone. It often involves the entire family, the so-called flying monkeys. These are the narcissist's brothers, cousins, and parents. They all conspire to bring you down, while the narcissist watches from the sidelines, playing the hypocrite. They know exactly what's happening, but pretend ignorance, or give you false hope with lines like, "Oh, don't worry, I'll talk to them about it." In reality, nothing changes. Behind your back, they're bad-mouthing you, deepening your isolation from this twisted cult. Fifth, the narcissist doesn't genuinely care about their family. Their allegiance is tied to how being with their family boosts their image. You need to understand it's a unified entity. One person's image reflects on everyone. Each member is tasked with upholding the group's facade. They present themselves as a wonderful, loving, compassionate, and welcoming family. If that's the image, everyone must contribute to maintaining it, no matter how fake it is, or how toxic things are behind closed doors. To be seen as part of this great family, they endure the dysfunction, regardless of the impact on their partner or their own life. In the end, a narcissist's loyalty to their family is driven by self-interest. It might be about money or legacy, something far beyond what you see. It's more than just support, validation, or image. Sometimes it's about the narcissist's delusions, their constructed future, or the pressure to maintain family unity. Whatever it is, it's never about genuine family care or love. Their bonds are self-serving, binding them in a web of shared deceit and manipulation. 6. They truly don't care about anyone. Although I mentioned their loyalty to family earlier, in reality, they are only loyal to themselves. They maintain a facade of familial devotion as long as it benefits them, creating a transactional relationship. When a family member calls them out or mocks them, their true colours emerge. They unleash all the pent-up grievances they've been harbouring, bad-mouthing their parents and siblings to you in the throes of a narcissistic injury. That's exactly what my dad used to do. The familial bonds within such groups are superficial, devoid of genuine connection or meaning. If anyone dares to challenge the main narcissist, they are swiftly ostracized and shamed. They might attempt to plead for acceptance, as my dad did, but if that fails, they are erased from the family's collective memory, no longer acknowledged in family records, books, or trees. They are cut off, and the family unit then withers, just as the narcissist's ego does. Why? Because their identity is tied to this hive-like collective. Without it, they are nothing. Their false self disintegrates. Seventh, narcissists wield loyalty as a weapon to maintain control. Their so-called loyalty to family is a calculated maneuver to keep everyone under their thumb. It isn't born out of genuine love or respect, but from a strategic need to preserve their power. They convince their family of their loyalty to ensure ongoing support and backing, which is crucial for their manipulative schemes. They use this perceived dedication to project an image of strength and unity, manipulating everyone, including you, into submission. Narcissists often create the illusion of a close-knit, supportive family to those outside their immediate circle. This facade acts as a shield, making it difficult for outsiders to recognize the abuse and chaos within. Loyalty to their family becomes a strategic defense, ensuring no one questions or exposes their cruelty. The family, in turn, feels compelled to maintain this image, even if it means overlooking or justifying the narcissist's harmful behavior. Eighth, family loyalty provides a consistent source of narcissistic supply. Narcissists thrive on the attention, praise, and approval they receive from others. By remaining loyal to their family, they secure a steady stream of this supply. Family members, conditioned to support and validate the narcissist, offer the admiration and approval the narcissist craves. This supply sustains their fragile ego and bolsters their inflated sense of self. When faced with challenges or criticism from outsiders, the narcissist retreats to their family, where they are guaranteed unwavering support and validation. This cycle reinforces their dependence on family for emotional sustenance, deepening their loyalty. The family, fearing the consequences of dissent, helps perpetuate the narcissist's delusions. Ninth, their loyalty stems from a fear of isolation. Narcissists are terrified of being alone and rejected, a fear rooted in deep-seated insecurities and unresolved childhood traumas. Loyalty to their family provides a safety net and a sense of connection that mitigates this fear of abandonment. The family's unspoken agreement to support one another shields the narcissist from their anxieties about loneliness. The narcissist's fear of being alone drives them to do anything to maintain strong family ties, even at the cost of their relationships with you and their children. This type of loyalty isn't born out of love or genuine connection, but out of fear. It's a self-preservation tactic. For the narcissist, their family is a safe haven where they know they'll be accepted and supported regardless of how terrible their behavior is. 10th, loyalty is merely a facade to dodge responsibility. They claim to be devoted to their family to avoid facing the consequences of their actions. By projecting the image of a loyal family member, they mask their abusive tendencies and deceive others into seeing them as good, loving individuals. This facade allows them to shirk accountability and maintain their control over their victims. When confronted about their abusive behavior, narcissists often play the loyalty card, portraying themselves as devoted family members who are unfairly targeted. This tactic shifts the focus away from their wrongdoing and onto their supposed family devotion. When people perceive them as loyal and loving, it becomes difficult to criticize or challenge them. Their abusive behavior remains hidden because their calculated display of loyalty shields them from blame. In essence, a narcissist's family loyalty is complex and rooted in a deep-seated desire for control, acceptance, and self-protection. It's not a true reflection of love or commitment. It's a strategic loyalty that serves their needs and protects their fragile egos. Understanding the true nature of this loyalty can help you navigate interactions with a narcissist and protect yourself from their manipulative behaviors. Recognizing that their loyalty is self-serving and conditional can empower you to set boundaries and seek the support you need to break free from their toxic influence. Hello everyone, and welcome back to our video. We greatly appreciate your ongoing support. Today, we're delving into a fascinating and enlightening topic, the profound impact of your silence. Take a moment to ponder this idea. Thanks for engaging with our content. If you find it valuable, please like, subscribe, and share. This discussion resonates with almost everyone, especially those navigating egotistical relationships, contemplating leaving one, or already recovering from such an experience. The central theme here is the potency of silence, particularly your own. Let me elaborate. Consider the dynamics of your relationship with a narcissist. What was your usual role? It probably felt like you were constantly pouring everything into the relationship. Your time, money, mental resilience, collaborative efforts, understanding, love, and more. All these precious resources were given under the misguided belief that you were fostering a healthy connection. However, the harsh reality is different. The narcissist's sole focus was to elicit reactions from you. Their aim was to wield power over various aspects of the relationship, if not the entire relationship itself. They sought to dominate and control the narrative entirely. Before delving into the destructive cycle of narcissistic abuse, reflect on your actions. The narcissists sought your reactions, deriving satisfaction from the control they wielded over you, and you consistently granted them that power. Initially, it may seem like the narcissist holds all the cards in a relationship, especially when both parties exhibit narcissistic traits. However, a pivotal moment occurs when you recognize your own patterns. This marks the first glimmer of insight into the importance of silence. This awareness holds significance not just in everyday life, but is particularly crucial within the context of narcissistic abuse. Whether you are currently entangled in the relationship or have extricated yourself from it, the power of your silence becomes paramount. As you grasp that withholding what the narcissist craves, refusing to let them manipulate the narrative, and opting for thoughtful responses over reactive ones, you effectively reclaim control. One effective strategy is to employ radio silence, involving the blocking and removal of the narcissist, as well as distancing yourself from any friends or enablers connected to them. It's wise not to divulge too much personal information about your life, health, and activities to just anyone. Of course, exceptions can be made for those you trust implicitly and love dearly. They can be privy to the details you choose to share. However, it's essential to recognize that not everyone, especially narcissists, has your best interests at heart. In fact, many may seek to exert control over you. Choosing to be silent in the presence of a narcissist is not equivalent to giving them the silent treatment. It's crucial to distinguish this difference, as the silent treatment is a tactic often employed by narcissists themselves, a topic we can explore another time. Opting for silence means disengaging entirely, preserving your energy for your own well-being. Recall that energy follows focus, and during the self-centered relationship, you invested all your time and effort in fortifying, growing, developing, planning, or even initiating ventures. Your endeavors, unfortunately, did not yield the desired results. The narcissist, in essence, is an energy-draining entity seeking to deplete your vitality. Choosing silence becomes a powerful act of self-preservation, reclaiming your power. It liberates you from the need to justify, respond, or divulge information to the narcissist. Establishing distance from their ego becomes essential, bringing substantial benefits. Embracing silence allows you to break free from the narcissistic influence. I strongly recommend ceasing communication, blocking, deleting, and maintaining distance from anyone associated with the narcissist, emphasizing this point for your well-being. Discovering the beauty and potency of silence reveals it as a symbol of strength and courage. It signifies the understanding that you are not obligated to justify yourself to anyone, not just the ego. Possessing information doesn't mandate its disclosure. Similarly, intelligence doesn't necessitate engagement with arrogance. Our pursuit is to live our optimal lives, and we've consciously chosen silence, distancing ourselves from the narcissistic entanglement we are leaving behind. In this world, there are individuals who may lack the awareness you possess about the narcissistic abuse cycle. They might be the next targets for the narcissist, subject to manipulation and control. This is the modus operandi of narcissists, their method of growth and sustenance. Crucially, remember that narcissists move from one venture to another, person to person, relationship to relationship, leaving a trail of lies, manipulation, deceit, and destruction. This pattern of chaos defines their existence, elucidating why lasting friendships elude them. Every marriage crumbles, and every relationship they initiate is destined for failure. A fundamental reality is that every narcissistic relationship carries an inherent expiration date. Acknowledging this truth is the initial step toward healing and reclaiming control over your life. Let's revisit our primary focus, the reason behind choosing silence. Embracing silence is a testament to your inner strength. It signifies a state of enlightenment, knowledge, and awareness, indicating that you now comprehend the phase in your life when the narcissist held sway over you. They likely dictated numerous aspects of your relationship, from your actions, dining choices, social circles, attire, hairstyle, and spending habits to vacation destinations, among other things. In all likelihood, you were a mere pawn or puppet in the narcissist's elaborate game. Your roles might have extended to being their chauffeur, housekeeper, cook, or maid. You may have been the source of their pleasure, the one who made them look good and elevated them to a position of false grandeur, often to your detriment. If this resonates with your experiences, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section below. As you acquire the right knowledge and experience, you begin to recognize your true value. You start thinking, I have so much to offer. I am an incredible individual, a radiant beacon of brilliance. This pertains specifically to you, the viewer of this video. The light within you has always been present. The challenge arose because you weren't familiar with the concept of a narcissist before entering a relationship with one, knowledge that wasn't imparted in your educational journey. Throughout the relationship, you fell victim to narcissistic tactics without even realizing it, inadvertently depleting your own resources while aiding the narcissist. This was the reality, but awareness eluded you at the time. Emerging from the trials of the past, you are now evolving into the third and most resilient version of yourself, the one who not only survived, but thrived after the narcissistic relationship. At this moment, the profound realization dawns upon you. Your silence prevails. Indeed it does, as you no longer need to engage with the troublesome individual. Despite potential smear campaigns they might initiate, you are not compelled to employ the same tactics. You are free from such obligations. To lead your best life, you simply surround yourself with trusted individuals who share your values and allow you to be your authentic self. The strength of your silence lies in letting go of the narcissist, acknowledging the relationship as a challenging test you successfully navigated. Now, in this newfound understanding, you appreciate the virtue of silence, refusing to succumb to the herd mentality. You don't feel obligated to conform or keep up with societal expectations. You perceive the world through a unique lens, possessing a genuine ability. Post-narcissistic relationship, You recognize that silence is not only golden, but also a manifestation of pure beauty. It serves as a shield, showcasing the strength you've cultivated and the substantial progress made in reclaiming your life from the narcissist. Reflecting on the time when you were entangled with the narcissist, you recall the surrounding noise, chaos, lies and confusion, like being lost in a selfish fog. Chances are, the chaotic environment wasn't a source of joy for you. You may not have even realized you were engulfed in a selfish fog, but a lingering sense that something was amiss likely persisted. Can you recall those moments? I'm confident that you can. Fortunately, those times are now in the rearview mirror. You are embracing new insights, taking action, and recognizing the immense power inherent in your silence. Indeed, your silence emerges victorious. It's crucial not to invest your time, energy, and effort in relationships with narcissists or anyone else who brings negativity or fails to contribute value to your life. Instead, channel your resources into relationships that foster mutual betterment, where support flows freely without expectations. Whether it's friendships, family bonds, or community connections, the key is to cultivate an environment where you can simply be, support one another, and revel in each other's company. The ultimate takeaway is that silence holds the key to success. As you grasp this truth, you'll comprehend that your silence signifies triumph. It's not a competition to see who can be the loudest or who possesses the most wealth, cars, or material possessions. It's about navigating the journey of life with a sense of tranquility, support, and an eagerness for learning, growth, and education. My aspiration is that, in the future, you'll be able to pay forward your wisdom by imparting what you've learned to others, an enriching and righteous path to pursue. Embarking on this challenging journey underscores your strength. By opting for silence amid the narcissist's tumultuous environment, you defy the noise and chaos, reclaiming power over your life, a victory in its own right. Before concluding this cinematic journey, let me emphasize a crucial point. Your silence prevails. The narcissist may attempt various tactics, such as hoovering to lure you back or launching smear campaigns to tarnish your image. Their potential actions are limitless, but our focus should remain on what we can control, and maintaining silence is a pivotal aspect of this strategy. Recognizing the need to conserve your energy, reinvest it in yourself, and fill your own cup is a vital facet of the healing process. Only then can you embark on the journey of living your best life. Friends, that wraps up our discussion for today. I trust it provided valuable insights. Wherever you are in the world, have a fantastic day. Remember, you are never alone. I wish you abundant happiness and love. You are truly remarkable and beautiful. Additionally, bear in mind that awareness doesn't always necessitate immediate action. Sometimes, the wisest course of action is to do nothing. This is why, in this scenario, your silence emerges victorious in the end. Continue on this path. Each day, strive for progress, sending waves of love, joy, growth, healing, resilience, and positive energy your way, your triumph. Keep moving forward, keep improving. Believe in your inherent worth. You are not traversing this journey alone.